Sometimes you just build a mud truck and then you go, I don't know if I want to get this dirty. Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. It's episode 2 of the Traxxas Mud Truck conversion. We're using a TRX4 K5 Blazer. And some things have happened since the last video. Well, we put the TRX4 long arm lift kit on the truck, lifted up the whole thing, and started making a mud truck. Since that video, I've also gone to the trouble of adding the Pro Scale light kit for the K5 Blazer. This is a really great light kit. It adds turn signals, it adds reverse lights, it adds headlights, it adds marker lights. It is pretty darn cool, and it looks awesome on this truck, I might add. In order to complete that lighting kit, you will need 2 additional part numbers. That's 8039, which is the LED set containing headlights, taillights, side marker lights, and the distribution block. And 8082, which is the installation kit for the Pro Scale Advanced Lighting Control System for the TRX4 Chevrolet Blazer, which includes the mount, reverse lights harness, and hardware. So you will need those 2 parts in addition to the Pro Scale lighting kit from Traxxas to outfit your K5 Blazer with lights completely. If you are interested in installing a Pro Scale light kit on your TRX4 of any model really, I've got a pretty great video on the Bronco over there. And I'll link to that right up here, so you can check that out at your leisure. But we're talking about the K5 Blazer Mud Truck today. It's looking pretty awesome. It looks really great with this totally blacked out body and all the chrome. I really think that this is probably the best looking Blazer that Traxxas has offered. And with this lift kit installed and these awesome Proline Super Swamper TSL boggers and these extra special 1.9 deep dish beadlock wheels from Ram Wheels CNC really set it off. I am so excited to have these on here. I think it really is starting to complete the exterior look of the truck. It looks awesome. I'm really kind of, like I said in the intro, a little bit nervous about getting it dirty now. I've almost made it too nice. And I'm sure that's not really a problem in real life. I think when you build a mud truck, you don't go, man, I'm gonna make this as nice as I possibly can. There's some other cool features here hidden underneath, and I think you're getting a good glimpse at it through the side window here, but there's a full, well, nearly full interior in this TRX4, and that's something that I wasn't really even aware existed. But I found it on eBay, where a lot of things exist, apparently. It's a GRC TRX4 1979 K5 Blazer interior set, and it comes in a very nondescript box, but incredible things for RC are inside of it. Let's get the body off, and I'll give you a better look of that interior. There's a lot of wires and stuff that I still need to clean up on the inside of the body. I literally just got this light kit installed yesterday, so don't judge me quite yet. But there's the interior. Look at that. It is a pretty great looking interior, I have to say. You get a nice fully detailed dashboard, lots of room to add a light kit from behind if you wanted to light up some of these gauges. They do have a nice blacked out sticker on the inside, and there's also a clear piece of Lexan included in the kit to kind of set it off there. Seats with nice molded details, I have to say. It looks pretty good. The steering wheel turns only a certain amount, so I bet you could mount a servo to this if you wanted to actually have it actuate. Pretty neat. There is sort of a full kind of flat interior piece. You could get extra seats, I think. They weren't included in this kit. I went for this kind of mocha coffee and cream kind of color combo. I thought it looked really good with the black Blazer body. There is this sort of battery cover that hides where the battery would go, so you still have access to all of the parts inside. How does this? It comes off some way. There we go. So you can still get at the battery quite easily, which I think is a pretty handy dandy feature. Most interiors that I've seen kind of, make it impossible to get at the electronics or don't work with the electronics. This actually does work pretty well. And, it's molded plastic, and the fit and finish isn't fantastic, but it is good enough for the purposes of this build, certainly. Just to give that interior some life, and so you don't just see a blank space. Now you get an interior, or at least part of an interior. There are some caveats that I do have to mention here. Because this kit likely came out before the Pro Scale lighting kit was a thing, there's no room for this lighting module. This is the power module for the Pro Scale lighting kit, and sort of key to the whole lighting kit experience. So that won't really fit underneath anymore, which is kind of a bummer. So we're gonna have to sort of hack some way of maybe sticking it in here somewhere, or mounting it up there, or something. We'll figure something out so that's, rigid mounted and easy to get at, but isn't so visible from outside. So yeah, that's the first kind of small issue. There's another small issue on the other side I'll get to in a second. They did leave a hole here so you could get at that XL5 ESC. Yes, so we're still dealing with the stock electronics at this point. I'm trying to do my upgrades sort of piecemeal here, and as things come in and get ordered, they'll get put on the truck. But for now, we're sticking with the electronics that came with the truck. Just for simplicity's sake, there will be changes there eventually, I promise. But it is nice the GRC thought of that and do make it fairly easy for you to get at your ESC if you need to. Okay, let's turn around to the other side where I will sort of go over the other small issue. Now, because I've installed a BEC, because I'm running a more high power servo, this side doesn't really fit so well anymore because you need to use a different cover for the electronics box, the waterproof electronics box. So this is sort of bent into place, and you can see that even the slider is sort of complaining a little bit about its new position. So we're gonna have to do some trimming, I think, on the old interior panel here. But as long as we don't play with the dash, I think we're gonna be okay. Because you know what? That's really, this part up here, this is what most people are gonna be seeing if they see anything on this truck. So if we have to make some trimming here and modifying here and smashing that there and dremeling this, then, that's what we'll do. I think it's something I can easily modify later if I need to, so I'm not too worried about it. One thing to note, the instructions are pretty great for this interior kit. They give you all the hardware you need, all the extra bits and pieces. There's optional parts that you can get to kind of complete the look. And yeah, went together pretty well, have to say. So definitely something I would recommend. I'll put a link down below where you can pick up this GRC interior for the K5 Blazer if that's something you're interested in getting for your own truck. And of course, if you're enjoying this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you get updates anytime there's a new video from the Scale Builders Guild. They do also, in the box for that interior, include a piece for adding a fan to your ESC if that's something you need to do, if you're going to have another ESC or some other aftermarket ESC. Maybe they're thinking about you. So another nice piece that you can add to that interior kit. It does come with all the decals. I think it looks pretty great. It is kind of bright at this point and, quite plasticky. I think we'll do a little hint of weathering, maybe with the airbrush. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll just do a dry brush, or maybe we'll even do a wash. Who knows? But we'll definitely do something. When am I supposed to put the tracks on this? Oh, right. Let me talk a little bit about these tires and this wheel combo. I really, really like the look of this. I think it looks fantastic. It's the right kind of tire wheel combo for the era of the truck. It's exactly what I would put on it if I was building one of these for real. And they might be on backwards or forwards. I don't know. I think this is correct. This looks correct to me. But tell me in the comments below if I'm wrong. It's apt to happen. So definitely put a comment down below. You know I love reading through your feedback, and I try to answer as many of them as I can. These wheels, these came all the way from Russia with love. Ram Wheels CNC. He's a kind of a one-off custom wheel maker. I don't think he's in the game any longer. He did send these to me and said, you know what, if you're going to use them, go ahead and use them. And I was like, I have the perfect project for those. So I'm pretty chuffed with how that has all come together. Although I don't think chuffed would be in the vocabulary of anybody building a mud truck. But I could be wrong. Who knows? So there you go. Lighting kit is installed. Looks awesome. Looks really, really good. Traxxas did a great job with the Pro Scale lighting kit. And to have specific setups for specific trucks, I think is pretty cool. This truck just has such a classic look. And I'm really thrilled that there's an interior that goes in it too, because I wasn't really expecting that. So it's kind of nice to see that. So yeah, not a lot of changes in terms of the performance, although these tires are definitely a performance enhancer for a mud truck, definitely. There's still a lot more to come on this build. So we're gonna have to see if there's some details we can do to this body, maybe get it feeling a little more vintage, or maybe giving it a new kind of lease on life. There's a lot of things you can do with paint. I'll leave it up to you guys. Should I do something with the paint, or should I just leave it like this? There are also a few surprises coming in future episodes, so I do hope you will stay tuned. There will be a lot more on this Traxxas TRX4 Mud Truck. Hope you're enjoying. Thank you so much for watching. See you again soon.